There's your cards,
Yeah.
so I don't lose them.
Right, that I will acknowledge receipt of, but you just have to put the paperwork down somewhere.
You know, right, to make it formal then, Andrew, I'm reporting you for stopping on the hard shoulder of the motorway, i.e. the entry slip, M5, junction 20 southbound, contrary to motorway regulation. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention now something which you later rely on in court. And if you do so, may be given in evidence. For that offence, I'm going to issue you a traffic offence report. I filled it all in. It is your details, the details of the wagon, the offence, the time and the date, your driving licence details, my details.
Where are your details?
Mike Dine, collar number 4266.
Mike Dine, 4266.
And if you want, if you do another print, I'll sign the back of it so your transport manager has got my details as well. But it will be on a copy of the ticket you get.
No, that's fine.
I've asked for your signature, which you've refused to give me. The signature isn't admitting the offence, it's just for a copy of the ticket.
Yeah, and
So you're refusing to sign it.
And I've asked you if I've been given an order yet, and you said
no.
I've got one order to fulfil.
I am not ordering you to sign it. I'm asking you if you will sign it.
Okay.
So are you saying no? Because I'll just write refused if you're saying no.
I don't want to say no.
It's up to you. You don't have to sign it.
I don't want to say no either. I don't want to respond to that. So you can.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to sign my ticket?
Well, that would require an answer that I don't need to give. I don't think.
Well, this will be a real long time. I don't know whether you're going to sign it or not, because I might be sat here waiting for you to sign it. It's not an offence to not sign it. It doesn't.
No, right,
make
okay.
any difference to you.
Well, just put it down then.
Right. Okay. So you're not going to sign it. I'll put refused. Makes no odds to me.
No, I don't suppose it does.
Right. The two parts of the ticket. Top half is mine. Second half is yours. It's exactly the same. It's a carbon copy. However, on the back, it clearly says you do not need to do anything with this ticket. It's for information purposes only. You only need to do anything when we write to you. So you will receive a letter at your home address. You need to follow the instructions of that letter. They will tell you how and when to pay the fine.
Of course they will. They'll make it really easy.
Once you,
Can't I just swipe my phone and pay it?
Once you,
You should have a bloody RFID chip in that wristwatch of yours.
once you get the letter, you have 28 days to pay it. If you fail to pay it,
It's just it's standard contract. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want that?
No, I don't. No. Thank you. Oops, I said no.
Don't! I've broken down my whole thing. You're like a Freeman of the Lands type chap, are you?
No, I think they get it wrong because they tend to be a bit anti. But
Well,
I
they're
am.
stupid because they all end up then getting arrested, which I don't think solves the purpose.
No, and I don't think it's fair on you lot either.
Well, to be fair, you haven't committed the worst crime in the world.
But no, it's not a crime, is it? It's not a crime. It's
a road traffic offence.
Okay, yeah.
Technically, it's a crime, however, but yeah,
maybe
we'll say
that's
it's a traffic
debatable
offence.
in legalese. Or I am aware of some of the common law. I'm not experienced, but
I only ask because you're in a much nicer way, but you're saying and doing some of the stuff they do, so it just made me wonder.
it goes a long way. It goes a long way, and I'm not.
To be fair,
nothing personal.
Because you've been a nice chap, even though you're saying and doing some stuff that's a little bit bizarre. That's why I've dealt with you for stopping rather than driving. Because clearly you've driven here. You didn't get put here by Martians, so that's normally what people get done for.
Okay.
So cooperation does help.
I know, and so does. You guys need a bit of back pressure in the politest way, so that you don't go stomping all over everyone. And I'm not. That's not a personal
I'm about to say
accusation.
because I don't think I've done that. I think I've been very nice.
No. That's not. I'm not. That's not a personal thing. But you
The problem for
can't.
you-
Institutions, no matter what they are, they can't be allowed to just walk over people with false authority. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't feel
And
that.
I'm a father of children that are growing up now, and I want them to be able to stand up
Yeah,
out in
I
the big
don't
wide world. So I
there
have
is
to
a way of
engage.
doing it.
There is.
And I think you've done it the right way.
Right.
So that's absolutely spot on.
Okay.
The only issue is, and this is what I try and get across to drivers, if, to be fair, where you've done it now, on this occasion, right, it's probably the best place you could ever have done it on a shoulder. However, take him for an example. A car's coming down here while he's having his break there.
I know how accidents happen.
But listen to the rest of it. Loses control, crashes into the back of that lorry and dies. Who is then responsible for death by dangerous? It's that lorry driver.
Maybe.
Because that lorry shouldn't have been there, and it's the presence of that lorry that's caused the death.
Yeah, but why the lorries there shouldn't have been there? Yeah, I get where you're coming from,
But
and you've got
it's
crash
black and white.
barriers in all the right place. You think it is? There's always two answers for the legal outcomes, and you've got to be a bit careful of
Trust
that.
me, I investigate road death for a living. owing to the presence of a mechanically propelled vehicle on a road. That's a mechanically propelled vehicle, and this is a road.
Yeah.
Because of its presence there, if somebody dies, death by dangerous. If what it's done is dangerous, which parking on the hard shoulder blatantly is.
Yeah, but you also appreciate some people drive like an ass and come off the road unnecessarily and hit things that doesn't matter whether it's there.
But that wouldn't affect. What that would affect would be compensation.
If he had been in, had a blowout and was stopped dead on the motorway, or as sometimes you've got to do, stamp on the brakes and somebody goes into the back of you.
That's different.
I know it's
mitigating circumstances.
Okay, so these things are graded according to circumstance, and pulling it to the hard shoulder here is not totally irresponsible.
I haven't said it was irresponsible.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, nothing's happening out there. It's just chocker. It's
I know.
the holidays and all the rest of it.
Trust me, we're trying to drive around in it, and it's just phenomenal.
Okay.
But like I say, because you've been reasonable, I've been reasonable back. The problem with not being reasonable, and this goes back to these freemen of the land, they go about it the wrong way. They always do, because they always end up getting nicked. But the reality is, you didn't park this here, you've reversed it. That's another offence. You reversed on the motorway. Because there's no way you have got this to where it is without reversing it.
Go out the back and have a proper look at the tyre tread marks on the grass.
Or I'll go and look. But
I'll tell you now, it wasn't me that did them, but I could have let you think it was.
But at the end of the day, I'd be happy to go in court and go, that wagon got reversed. And I'm not having to go at you, but what I'm saying is, when you don't go, yeah, actually, I just did what I can check it off, set to brake. I'm having my brake here. What can I do? When you start being all difficult about stuff, we always find more offences.
Does
that make sense?
Of course it makes sense. I know they're illegal the minute you drive them out the showroom. You can screw us any time we want. And you do.
Generally.
Well,
some do. Those that do. Because they're the only people out checking lorries.
I'm telling you now, I've had nothing but good things from Vosa. I've been pulled on several occasions with potentially outrageous results. They're in the same boat as me. They don't want to do this, so they're doing that, and they know how shit it is.
No, I wouldn't be a lorry driver for Team China. It's ridiculous. The pressure you're put under by, not necessarily you, because of
it's a knife edge.
But most drivers that work for big companies, the pressure they're put under by the companies to break the law to make their profit bigger is phenomenal. Well,
it doesn't make their profit bigger. That's a big scam. It services big corporations in other ways. They're loss-making companies. They're not designed to make money.
Yeah.
That's why there's no private hauliers anymore. They've all been run underground by loss makers. So I mean, the whole thing's a big rigged system.
Oh yeah, about to say
it's less than minimum wage, but the figures are tweaked to make it look like minimum wage. The whole thing's a joke. It's a big scam and a joke. But I've got 4 young children to feed, so
when I get out,
let's do that. Yes.
You need to go.
You're giving me an order.
Yeah,
if that's
you need
correct.
to go.
Okay,
yeah.
so the order that you're placing with me
is you need to move off the hard shoulder.
Is to move off the hard shoulder. Okay.
And if you want, I will sign a printout to say that I've told you to move, because you are obviously now going to breach. Well, you've had your 45-minute break, haven't you?
It's Friday. I don't care what that says. Realistically, to be fair with you, you know what I mean?
As long as you're happy, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't. I've got my diary entry. That's the one that means. That's where I write all my important things down. I.e., my intention of how my hours actually go, not where the data, because that fudges things, and makes things illegal when they're not.
I don't like them. I much prefer the old-fashioned technique.
You could read them and interpret those. Yeah,
they were far easier to fiddle, but yeah, I don't like this. Right, we'll have a safe rest
all the best.
Of the day.
Yes.
And I hope Friday
keep your intentions good, and
always
the whole world will be better.
Done this for nearly 26 years now. And
really?
You treat people the way you find them. Because at the end of the day, you might be my brother, you know, my dad, my family, and that's how I want the police to deal with them. Super. Let's keep it that way. I know not all police are like that, but they're not all lorry drivers as nice as you. So it's wherever you go. I know that. You obviously know that. So have a nice weekend. Yeah, cheers buddy, and you. Alright.